Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is a beautiful, sunshiny, what is this, Tuesday after St. Patty's Day. I wonder how many people called in sick to work this morning.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Did anyone call in here, Cheryl?
I don't know.
We're gonna. I know we're here. We're gonna walk around the whole place and figure out who's not here, and that's the person that had a good time last night.
That's a fair assumption. I think so.
Well, we do have some special guests in the studio this morning, and our first guest this morning is. Let's see, you are superintendent now, official.
3 years.
Yes, can you believe it? Well, because you were intern for a minute.
Yeah, briefly.
For a second. Yeah. But this is Jason Mantell, and we are going to talk with him in just a moment. Superintendent at Oak Hill, is it Union Local Schools?
Yeah.
Okay. Had to get all that right.
Say it with confidence. You know.
I know. Can you say, I did this to everybody yesterday, Irish wristwatch?
Irish wristwatch?
Yeah, it's a
There you
tongue
go.
twister.
A little bit.
You got to say it 5 times fast.
I think I'm going to stick with once.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to end on a high note.
Really deliberately.
Yeah.
No, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Hope that you had a little luck of the Irish out there and had a good time anyway and got your corned beef and cabbage and all the fun stuff. So we are going to find out what's going on down around Oak Hill in just a moment. But before that, we have a message and we'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back and want to welcome our superintendent from Oak Hill. And so what's going on? The sun's shining. I know that.
It's a beautiful day. Good week. Yeah.
It is.
Weather's finally, I think, temporarily good.
We'll listen, every day that is not 20 is a good day, or 10,
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
5.
Any day where I'm not worried about are we going to have a delay or cancel,
There you go.
that took up a lot of time this winter.
I can't even imagine what you all go through. And we had Phil Howard here not too long ago. Unfortunately, had some audio issues, so I got to hear what he had to say. The rest of our viewers did not hear what he had to say. So we'll have him back, and he's graciously agreed to that. But, yeah, we talked about the whole delay thing and snow days, and this has just been a nightmare year for you all.
This year's been rough. This isn't the worst year I've dealt with, but it was pretty bad. I mean, it's just, and you try to do what you can for parents, students. You want to give them, you're trying to predict what other people are also trying to predict. And so it gets challenging because ideally you want to be in school, but
For so many different reasons.
yes.
For the sake of the parents that have to worry about childcare or
True.
getting there a couple hours late, and just the kids knowing that they're taken care of and all of that. But it is wild, to say the least. So do you have to get out and drive around also?
I do. It just depends when the weather hits. I mean, the best day for me is if it hits like earlier in the evening. We know it's going to hit.
Yeah, you would rather it just be.
Then it's over. Then I don't. Yeah, but there are days. So we have multiple people out most mornings. Like I said, if it's an obvious one, we make the call and we move on to the next day.
And there it is. Yeah. And now I know in Jackson they've implemented a couple of remote learning days. Is that something that you all are able to do?
We have not implemented those.
Okay.
It's something we've talked about. It really, and I know Jackson is affected by this too with us. Just the lack of internet availability is difficult.
It's a big deal.
It is. And in our district, we're over 160 square miles, and we have obviously most of our district is rural. It's not just the village.
Yes.
Or just right off of 93. So we have a lot of kids who don't have access. So it's a little difficult for us.
And I mean, the ridiculous part of it is that I live right outside of town and I still don't have high-speed internet. We are in 2025 and this is absolutely absurd. But that's for another day. We could preach about that all day long.
True.
But no, lack of internet is a problem. And so if you're wondering why, that's a lot of the reason.
Yeah, it is. And we've talked about it. And it's not that we won't implement those days, but it has become a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. So I overheard you talking on the radio as I was coming in this morning, and I heard you mention the musical.
Yes. So we have Frozen Junior coming up this weekend. Yeah.
Fun.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday and Saturday evenings, I believe at 8 o'clock. And Sunday, I believe, is at 3. And I say I believe, I'm 99% sure, but I would check our middle school, high school Facebook page and our website. Tickets, adults are 10 and students are 5. So if you're interested, go out. It'll be a wonderful show.
Who doesn't like, the Frozen story? It's great, and it will be wonderful, and so much talent down in your area and your neck of the woods, musically and all of that. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, we're blessed with that. I mean, our band is extremely high level performing group of kids.
Huge.
And then our drama department has been solid. So I mean, we're happy about that. We have a lot of kids involved. In our area and really throughout the state. I mean, athletics are talked about a lot, and we're proud of our student athletes as well. But
of course,
when we're really happy between our art department, our drama department, and our music department. And I would say the positive drama department.
Yeah. We don't, not the icky drama that we hear about.
Yeah,
most.
but we're really proud of those kids.
Yes.
And the adults involved really do a good job. And it isn't just our employees. We have a lot of volunteers who make this really happen for our community.
You know what I think is so special about the drama departments, and not just in Oak Hill, but everywhere, and is the fact that you get the kids from all different facets. You get the athletes and you get the band members but that's something that they can all come together and do, and they do, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it is nice when we have some crossover.
Get to meet each other, different people and all of that.
Yeah, even in a small community, I think a lot of kids, I don't want to say isolated, but they become, part of the group that they're mainly with. And,
Sure.
and I think it is good exposure. And then it's also by the same token, when we have kids who are maybe more musically inclined, when they do get out, and we have some of those young people who join cross country, run track, that kind of thing. And it's been a real plus for our district.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, they're learning invaluable skills by performing in front of, people. Because I was telling them the other day, we have little Alice back today in a different way, but the folks from Wellston were here to talk about their Alice in Wonderland play, and I was just like, man, I could have never done that in high school. Ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, I didn't participate in high school.
No
It wasn't
way.
a real big push where I went to school, but I didn't participate. When I was younger, when a lot of people were involved in the class plays, that kind of thing, I did that, but not as a high school student.
Not with all these people staring at you. No way. All right, so that is this coming weekend. So make plans to attend Frozen Junior. That will be a fun one. So what the heck else is going on down around Oak Hill?
Yeah, so I talked about athletics a moment ago. Putting the final touches on, and I mentioned this on the radio, on softball and baseball field. So getting ready to start those seasons.
Yay.
So excited. We host our conference track meet this year. We also host the district Division III boys and girls track meet. So those combined are 4 full days. It's really good for our community, good exposure for the district, and really for our local businesses as well.
And you all were able to get the good facility built. I don't know. It's probably longer than I think of now, but and it's great that all of our local schools have these amazing facilities now to be able to host stuff like that.
Yeah, it really is nice. I mean, again, being small, rural, and we're pretty centrally located for as far as track and field for the district. And we re-implemented our pole vault area last year.
Which, by the way, you gotta be nuts. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
We have several kids, and they want to do it. We have not had to talk anyone into doing it.
Would you?
Now, probably not.
Not back then either. There's no way.
We didn't have it. It was like our conference, like the SOC, no one had it. So growing up, I ran track, and I probably would have attempted that, but we didn't have it.
Really?
No, we didn't have it.
So, so my boyfriend at the time in high school did pole vault, and I kept saying, I remember this. I kept saying, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself. And the week before prom, about killed himself. Broken, shattered foot, the whole 9 yards. So I was like,
Well, I mean, anything worth doing has a little, maybe a little concern.
Yeah. But he didn't kill himself, thank God. And he was okay after a while. But several surgeries later.
Well, see, we re-implement it, and now you're talking about all
I know. That's why I'm like, you all are crazy jumping up on a pole and no way.
So we had.
I mean, good for you.
We had our division champion last year, came from Oak Hill, and is a returner.
That is so cool.
And he's only a junior. So, I mean, and again, we either have 4 or 5.
Guts.
We have 4 or 5, and on the girls' side, we have a returner as a sophomore who was the returning division champion. So
that is so good. No, please understand, I'm not knocking it. I just think that you all
it takes
are
guts.
a little crazy and have a lot of guts, because I wouldn't. But keep feet on ground is good.
I did high jump and long jump, but we had that. So
yeah. Very good. All right. So what else do you have going on?
So really with us, last time I was on, we were still in construction mode in both, really in the outer area, not so much the buildings. But so we have two outdoor classrooms now. Brian Moore Construction locally, he did a great job, and his
He's
team,
everywhere.
Yeah,
doing good for schools.
He is, and
thank you, Brian.
Yeah, so Brian did a nice job. So we really appreciative of that. So we have a couple of really nice structures, seat over 100 people. So it's a multi-purpose area.
Love that.
And we finally finished the playground project that that was a sore spot. That's one I inherited, and then we finally finished. But it's really great for our students. So we have 3 different brand new playground areas: one for our preschool, one for our K1-2 area, and then for our upper elementary in the front. So it looks really nice, different from what you and I grew up with, and
sure,
all of these requirements for soft landings, which is the way it always should have been.
I know. Oh my gosh, the stuff that we grew up doing. Yeah. I was talking with Wellston Mayor Anthony Brenner was on the other day, and he was talking about they're implementing some new playground equipment at one of the parks, and we got to talking about the stuff that we survived. Don't know how we survived. Survive is the best.
That is the best probably term you could use.
Those 12-foot tall metal slides that got 150 degrees and ate the skin off the back of your leg. Mm-hmm. And God forbid you fell off the top of it after you climbed all the way on.
Yeah.
And then you landed on the blacktop. Or, if you're real lucky, gravel.
Or ground where the grass had all worn away.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was anyone thinking?
You know what's so funny? And people say this, and this can't be accurate. But I think of all the years, I think I maybe remember one kid falling and breaking his arm. And you would have thought
really?
One. And all of now, again, I want to be clear. I'm not promoting going back because I don't think that's the way to go. But there had to have been more injuries. Maybe we just didn't know.
I'd say you probably, lack of social media or something.
Maybe, but I do remember one kid specifically broke his arm falling off of a structure.
Yes.
But it wasn't a big deal. Like he was back at school
right.
2 days later.
Just rub some dirt on it, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Again, not promoting that, just a different time.
Yeah, I was talking about how we had, I went to Kennison, which is no longer there. We had blacktop. The entire playground was blacktop. We had the metal slide. We had these swings that, how any of us survived that, I'll never know. But they had these like monkey bar things that were like parallel bars. And we would literally swing around them like gymnasts and hang from our legs and do flips off of them on the blacktop. I mean, we all survived it, but that was crazy.
But then you were upset with your high school boyfriend pole vaulting.
Yes.
Okay, that seems fair.
Just because prom got ruined.
Well, priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're pointing all this out. It sounds kind of absurd now that you're pointing all this out. But anywho, but no. So talk about how playground equipment is safer now.
Well, I mean, just the amount of. I guess the amount of requirements we have to go through. I mean, inspections, and then you have to make adjustments, then another inspection. I mean, it's a certified human who is trained multiple times on this, and there really aren't very many of them. I mean, that's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you get this, like everyone's like, it's up. And that was the biggest thing is like structures, they're there, but you're not allowed to use them.
The playground
and then try to
inspector
explain
hasn't
that.
been here.
Well, then try to explain that to students.
Right, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like welcoming them
So,
to the
yeah, but it's up. That is finished. We had a ribbon cutting before this school year, and it's been good. You know, anytime we can bring something to our students. I mean, obviously, academically is huge. You know, when we can, bring quality meal options to our kids, that's huge. But just activities, kids being outside and being active. When we can provide and promote new options, that's really important. I think maybe not as. I don't know that those things aren't. I don't know it's as focused on as it was. And I think we really need to continue to push that. Kids being outside and just
I agree.
whether or not you want to play sports, throw that out the window. My kids are runners, among other things, but that's what I tell them. That's something lifelong. I mean,
Yep.
eventually, yeah, we're going to slow down a little bit, but that's lifelong. You do that forever. I played football through college. Guess what? I still don't feel great some mornings when I get up, and it's that's not something I can do the rest of my life. I don't regret it. I would never discourage a kid from playing.
Sure.
But I think when we can find things that kids can do, anything within physical fitness that they can do beyond just being in school, I think that's a big deal. Whether or not you play basketball or softball or run track or whatever, find something that you do enjoy, get outside and do it.
And I love the fact that you have these kind of combined outdoor classrooms / just shelters that people can utilize. And, sometimes you just need a break. And, if you can get a kid outside for a little bit and they can read a book outside or have one class outside,
Yeah.
it's like all the difference in the world. I mean, we all love that.
I would have loved that. I mean, I remember,
Sunshine.
I remember going outside. I just remember being a kid and being able to go outside and maybe you could find a tree with some shade.
Yeah.
And you'd go outside and do some silent reading. Your teacher would read to you when we were younger, and I really enjoyed that. And so when we look to build things and look to add things, we want it, like you said, with multi-purpose. But I think there is something about being outside on a nice day and learning where it doesn't feel like maybe learning.
It's like a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And anything that we can do to break up the mundane is a good thing as well.
No, I agree. I mean, I think, there needs to be, shake things up a little bit. And again, when listen, when you're trying to break up that old, you sit in a row, you don't get the move. I mean, that's a struggle. That's what
Yes.
I will tell you right now, I'm worse as an adult than I was as a child. Like me sitting here right now, I'm good. But like if I had to double this time, that would be very difficult for
You
me.
get antsy.
Oh, I do. I absolutely do. I mean, it's true. People I work with get a good laugh out of it. My wife does. I mean, I have a hard time. Again, as an adult, as when I was a kid, I really wasn't like that. But as I got older,
I get it.
it's hard to sit still.
Yep. That's right. Well, it's probably because you have a few things on your mind and a few things to do during your day.
But that's okay. I like to do these types of things. I think it's good. I mean, any time that I can bring some positivity, or not bring the positivity, but speak about it, what's going on at Oak Hill, I appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Well, what are some of the challenges that you're facing right now and some of the goals that you're working toward?
So as far as we'll start with challenges, obviously the school budget, the biennium budget, we get that every 2 years, and every year there seems to be new challenges for school districts. This year, maybe a little more than in recent memory.
Okay.
So I was asked by the gentleman on the radio about Oak Hill and where we are. If the governor's proposal stands, we look to lose about $1.5 million over the next 2 years.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. So when we look at those things, and I want to be, I'm not going to get into every detail. We don't have time for that. But I've been asked, are we going to make cuts? Are we going to? Right now, we're in a holding pattern. We're not in panic mode. Anyone who's listening at Oak Hill, I don't want anyone to worry about job loss. That's not where we are. We're very responsible with how we use our dollars and utilize our dollars. We've been fortunate to have a long-term treasurer who works well with the board, works well with the superintendent. So that's the positive for us that we can sustain. But now, is that sustainable 2 years from now,
forever,
4 years from now, that's going to be the challenge. So, as I told the gentleman on the radio, I mean, 90% of the students in the state attend public schools, and it's required by our state constitution to fairly fund public schools. And I'm not, as I told those guys, I went to a non-public for 11 years. And I went to a Catholic school, graduated from a public school, so I see the positives of both. But again, I think without strong public schools, I think we will see a long-term struggle. And I shouldn't say I'm confident, but I'm hopeful that our state legislators will understand and see.
Sure.
We all want to be in the same place, and that's positively educating kids and positive and plentiful opportunities for students. That doesn't happen if we don't appropriately fund public schools. So as far as us, I think we're in a sound fiscal position, but that can change over 2 or 3 budgets.
Well, and you said, they're bound by the Constitution to fairly fund. Well, positively fund and fairly fund are two, shall we say, separate terms.
They are. No, they are.
What is fairly fund, right?
One thing that's happened, and this is my 25th year in public ed, and I look back and we talk about unfunded mandates. You want to give me a mandate, if it's at least remotely reasonable and positive for students, like the one sitting to my right.
Sure.
Fine. But every time we implement those and there isn't a funding model to go along with it, that's difficult.
Yes.
That's a challenge. And I know I've heard a lot of people run a school like a business. Well, first of all, a school isn't a for-profit entity.
Correct.
And people don't understand that. And I share with people, there is a business side of education, and I deal with that.
Absolutely.
Our treasurer deals with that, our Board of Education deals with that, but it isn't a business, and to treat it like one is a travesty for really what we want and what our kids deserve.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are in education, and I haven't heard one of them say, I do it for the money.
No.
Or, you're not out to get rich because you're a teacher or an administrator. It's for the love of the kids and for our futures, which is our educating our children. So yeah, I think you have to run it, I guess, as a business so as to not go under.
Correct.
But not to profit from it.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're encouraged, to have money in the bank, to have what we call a carryover, and we do, but that can only last so long. We do want, you mentioned, just as far as people and their salaries. We want to be able to pay our teachers the best that we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And our administrators and our support staff. We want that, and we aim to do that. And we're fortunate that we've been able to do that. But is that sustainable? I don't know. And a lot of times you may get people who do things solely for passion, but I think all the time they have to look at what's the bottom line. I have to feed my family. I have a mortgage. I have a vehicle. So it's and really for us, I'm going to steer away from that because I know you have some other guests coming up. But at the same time, what we're doing for our kids, speaking in the business world, so we brought back business courses to our high school this year.
Love that.
Which is something we didn't have. We're looking to add an entrepreneurial course for our high school students. That's one thing I've really gotten into with the local university as far as mentoring and working with young business owners. I've really enjoyed that. I've probably learned more than information I've provided. So that's been really enjoyable. We have over 20 college credit hours in our high school building that we offer.
Wow.
So kids don't need to leave campus if they want that.
That's great.
We have the only program in the state of Ohio where our athletic trainer is also an instructor, and she teaches 2 courses per day. So right now we're the only ones in the state of Ohio. I think maybe Gallipolis City did add recently or is adding that. So we have a lot of really awesome opportunities for our kids, that are unique to Oak Hill, but we don't want to just keep them. If anyone has questions, happy to share the information with other school districts.
Anything that you can do, I think, to get these kids prepared for just life in general, and you should do it. And I think you all are, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and that's when I tell people if there are massive cuts, guess what gets cut first? Yeah. Those new, unique, probably really more business focused, and that's sad. We're not in that state. I want to be very clear. That's not where Oak Hill is. But, it's very important to, regardless of if you have children, where you send your children to school, strong public schools are good for everybody.
They are, and what you're talking about is not unique to Oak Hill. It's everybody in the state, and probably the country, honestly, at this point, because it's just, it's about funding and money. So what else you have going on before I let you get out of here?
Really for us, I mean, the big upcoming items are, our spring sports seasons, and then
it gives us hope for good weather if we start practicing baseball.
We've
softball.
really had beautiful weather, really last week into this week. So I mean, we've had some windy days, some cool days, but I'll take that over the snow. But no, so we have that coming up. Obviously, our musical, which I mentioned, Frozen Junior, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
So we're really excited about that. I guess just happy to be able to work in the community where I do. Our staff, really quality group. We don't have, we've had some retirements since I've been there. I really don't see that with the turnover. We're not seeing that this year, which is a real positive. Anytime you can keep that continuity, it is great for the students, but for the people who have to hire and search, trust me, that's a lot of time because you want to hire always the best person and find the best person. So really for us, we have some really positive things going on. Obviously, the school funding is something that I'll continue to monitor. We have a board meeting Wednesday, so I keep as best I can, I keep our board, informed about what's going on. But really, just excited for the positivity that the kids are bringing, and that the performances that they're going to put on in the coming weeks and months.
So cool. And you have to be just so proud. I'm sure you're like a proud papa.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, yes, but, as a superintendent, we have a lot of different roles, but, I'm here today speaking for the community, but there are so many people who are doing things that allow me to be able to take the time to be here.
Yes.
And that's great. Part of my job is to promote the community in the district, but, there are people right now on those daily operations taking care of that. I mean, our maintenance crew and our custodians and our cooks and our bus drivers, I mean, if it weren't for them, students wouldn't be there, they wouldn't be eating, and I would have a headache right now. So,
you'd be cooking spaghetti or something, right?
I would be attempting. That's one thing I can do that. If it's not on a grill, I would have to probably go pasta.
Okay. So, all right. We'll hold you to that sometime.
That's fair.
Well, very good. Is there anything else you wanted to tell our viewers before we let you get out of here?
No, I just appreciate the time. And like I said, you have some wonderful people over here from a neighboring district, and I wish them well. And obviously you have a little star 2 weeks in a row here.
Yes.
So,
we do. And we thank you so much for spending your morning with us, as we know you are very busy. And so get back to work and do all the good things.
Thanks so much.
We know that you will.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, Oak Hill Union Local School District Superintendent Jason Mantell, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we will be back. We have some superstars from Bundy Elementary, I hear, in the studio, and we are going to talk about something fun that they have coming up. So we'll be back in just a minute.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegrammnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegrammnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
thetelegrammnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegrammnews.com.
Check it out.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
Okay, and we're back. We've got to squash a little bit this morning. Adrian's fixing the camera, so hold on a second, because we have a lot of people here to fit into the studio. So welcome, everybody. Hi.
Good morning.
Hi. And we have little Alice back in the studio. Your name's not really Little Alice. What is it?
It's Hattie Lewis.
Hattie Lewis. Okay, and what's your name?
Owen Holzaffel.
Owen, and you guys were telling me that both of you were in Alice in Wonderland play. Was that so fun?
Yeah. Yes.
And you didn't get to be a tree?
No. There weren't any trees.
No trees? Okay.
No trees.
You were a tree last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very cool. All right, well, who else do we have with us this morning?
Hey, I'm Jenny Sizemore. I'm the principal at Bundy Elementary.
Okay.
And I'm Jackie Holzapple. I'm a first grade teacher.
All right, and we are so happy to have all of you here today to talk about some things going on at Bundy. So so explain, Bundy Elementary is actually a Wellston school. I think it may be a little bit confusing for people. Can you explain that?
Sure. We are named after Hezekiah Bundy. He was one of the founders of Wellston.
Really? I didn't know that.
And we house preschool, kindergarten, first and second grade in Wellston.
Okay.
All of the Wellston students.
And where is Bundy located?
527 South Missouri Avenue. It is on a hill, and it's hard to find. We're kind of secluded. If you make a right at AutoZone and go straight up the hill, come down, and the first left.
Okay, so it is not where all the other schools are.
No, it was built in 1970 and then renovated in 2000, 2001.
Okay.
Added on a lot more rooms and spaces.
So we have Bundy Elementary there in Wellston for kindergarten through, did you say second grade?
Yeah, pre-K too.
Pre-K, and then they move on out to the new
campus.
Yeah, to the main campus. That sounds more official. I like that. Very good. So, what grade are you guys in?
Second.
Are you boyfriend and girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe good friends.
Yeah.
You guys buddies?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because boys are icky and girls are icky, right?
We're in the same class.
You are?
Yeah.
That's cool. So I was asking this one about little Alice over here about, were we talking about math the other day?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite subject?
Gym.
Gym? Well, that just goes back to what we were just talking with the superintendent about, like getting out and about and playing. Is this your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured as much. So what do you like to do in gym?
Play like basketball and stuff.
Yeah, do you run like your dad?
No.
I don't think anyone runs like your dad. He thinks he's like part deer or something. I don't know. He never stops.
He never stops.
He's part cheetah.
Cheetah? Yes, I would certainly say that. I would concur with everything that you're saying here. So tell us a little bit about your responsibilities at Bundy.
So my biggest responsibility is just to keep the students safe and happy and engaged in learning every day and making sure my teachers have everything they need to educate the students.
And that makes sense. And Jackie, we were talking with the superintendent a little bit ago, and teachers. You're doing it for the love of teaching, probably not for, to get rich. Sure. I think we all know that that's certainly not the case. But how did you get to be a teacher? How did you decide that that's what you wanted to do?
Well, I've always liked working with kids, and after high school, I went to Rio Grande and just fell in love with the program over there, and then I did my student teaching in Wellston, and I've been in first grade ever since.
So you have been teaching?
I haven't taught any other grade except
Never
first.
left.
Never left.
That would be, I wonder, is it challenging to go in between grades, like teaching-wise? Did you teach before you were a principal?
Yes, so this is my 24th year at Bundy, and so...
Well, how when you're only 29?
Right? I started early.
Jeez.
I was an intervention specialist for many years, so I got to work between the grade levels. But when I see a general education teacher move from like a kindergarten spot to a second grade spot, it's a lot of learning for the transition piece. Would be. The curriculum is different. but I've seen a lot of success with it as well. I mean,
well, it would definitely be challenging, to say the least. So what are kids learning in first grade now? I mean, probably 7 times more than what we learned in first grade.
Lots of reading, lots of phonics skills, writing, lot of math.
Do you have your tablet where you're learning letters and all that stuff, and you have to write the letters over and over again, or was that kindergarten?
That's kindergarten now.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, if they need it, we'll still teach it.
I feel like that was
what they're writing in first grade.
Really,
reading and yeah.
Yeah, I think that we learned letters in first grade.
I think I learned letters in first grade.
Mrs. Miller making me do over it with the pad with the dots and the big pencil. Yeah, I remember that. So I was talking to one of our staff members the other day who's in school to be a teacher, and she was saying that math is different. Like they learn to multiply off of a line now of numbers or something.
A number line?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we learned that's what we're learning in second grade.
A number line. So she was like, yeah, I was teaching them all wrong. Because, you teach people how you learned to do it. And so tell me about a number line. I'm interested.
It's basically, what we're learning is an open number line. It's a number line that has, no numbers on it. If you want to add,
or subtract it.
64 to 23, you would count, you would start at 64 and count 2 10s, and then you would add the 4s, the 4 1s.
Okay. Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's not how I learned. So evidently it's a better way to learn, or they wouldn't be teaching that. So do you understand it?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you understand it, that's all that matters. So as our Oak Hill superintendent was mentioning, schools, aren't flush with cash. And therefore, a lot of times there's PTOs and other organizations that have to do things to raise money to take care of these students and to do all the fun extra stuff that they get to do, which I think is kind of why you're here today. So let's talk about that for a minute.
We are blessed at Bundy with an awesome PTO, parent-teacher organization. Jackie here's our president.
Oh, you get to do that too.
I have a dual role.
Yay!
Teacher and president.
Our vice president, Brandy Searles, treasurer, Jennifer Phillips, Stephanie Hawk. Lots of teachers step up and join the PTO with the parents as well. And without the PTO, we wouldn't have field trips. We wouldn't have T-shirts for students. We wouldn't have back-to-school supplies for students. All kinds of things. If there's a student need, it gets taken care of.
And that is so very important, because it's just, again, local communities taking care of their local kids. And, certainly that's what we want to do. So what are some of the fun field trips that you guys have gotten to go on?
Rose Valley Animal Park.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Tell me.
Oh, it's it's like an animal park with a lot of animals in it, like bunnies.
Yeah, you get the pet animals, and I like the baby goats.
I like the baby bunnies and goats.
Oh, I bet they are so cute.
And the bunnies are so small.
The little itty bitty bunnies?
Oh, yeah. They also have a really big playground.
Oh.
Well, the babies have a little cage, and then most of the other ones have a big cage.
Nice. And where is this located?
Bidwell,
Ohio.
Bidwell. I'd never heard of it. That sounds like a fun place to go visit.
And you could also see birds there, and they're like a little thing, and it's in a room, and then you could buy bird food, and then you could put it on you, and then they will come and eat it. They'll fight over it.
There's also you can it's this place is full of sand, and you try to find cool rocks or whatever you can find.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I found an arrowhead.
Gem mining.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I found an arrowhead in it.
You did? Did you get to keep it?
Yeah.
Or did you put it back?
Yeah,
you get to keep it.
Oh, you get to keep what you find? Did you find any diamonds in there?
Yeah.
You did?
I also have a lot other because there's also a lot. I also picked a lot of other ones.
I wish I found a diamond.
I know, me too. Take me with you.
I'd sell it for like $1,000 and then I'd get rich.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Starting that entrepreneurial spirit early. I love it. Well, let's talk for, is that the only field trip you've been on?
No.
What else?
Noble Family Farm.
oh yeah, Noble Family Farm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun.
Did you get to go through the corn maze? And
Oh yeah.
did you get lost?
No.
No,
Oh.
me and my friends like to try to get lost, but we always find a way out.
I try to get lost.
Her and Hazel. Oh yeah, we went to the
Oh
movies.
yeah, we went to go see Moana too.
Oh, you
It's
did?
now on Disney Plus.
It's funny.
It
That's fun.
is. And it's also on Disney Plus now.
It is?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Nice.
I like the part when there's these like mini like coconut little thingies, and then they had a leader who was like he looked like a little blob. He looked like a big blob.
A big blob?
Yeah, he was green.
I feel like I look like that every day.
Yeah, and if when he sneezes, it's sort of like that thing that like you can't move if you touch it. If you touch the snot, then you can't move.
Oh. Don't touch the snot then.
No.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay, now you do.
It's not purple.
Oh. Okay. Like your shirt?
Yeah. It's more violet though.
Oh, violet. Okay. So, Bundy Carnival coming up, which is something that the PTO obviously is doing to raise some money. So, how long have you been doing that? Long time.
As long as I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there for 15 years, so probably longer than that.
I've been there, like I said, 24 and longer than that. And I remember Stephanie Moon was very instrumental in starting our carnival and heading it. She was a long time PTO president and our librarian for a long time. So we always think of her this time of year.
Very, very much. And I know she was very, very loved.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
beloved. Okay, so when is the carnival? Tell us all the deets.
April 4th, Friday, April 4th. Don't want to miss it. 5:30, doors will open for games. There's a chance auction, a silent auction, a live auction with the famous Patrick Ball. Ooh.
He's a hoot and a half.
He's free entertainment, let me tell you.
Listen, he's just worth the price of admission.
Yes.
You know.
Also food. This year we're calling it Carnival and Connections, so we hope as many parents come, and there'll be some free giveaways for parents, a TV, a Chromebook, some really nice prizes for parents that come and complete a survey.
All you have to do is fill out a survey.
Yep.
And you could win a TV or a Chromebook.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds fair. So what do you guys get to do at the carnival?
I get to play all the games there.
A lot of fun games.
Oh, yeah? What kind of fun games are there?
Like there's a walk-in music
Like,
room.
tell our viewers, get them to want to come to the carnival.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
on the teacher's room, there's like a wheel. You can spin it, and then you win cool prizes from it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You can win a free popcorn, a free candy,
Yeah.
cotton candy, or you can win a free snow
Like free,
cone.
or I think I remember there being free tickets to buy. I feel like I remember there were tickets you could buy.
Oh. And you
For some
can.
reason.
There's this game in the music room where you walk around this circle, and then when the music stops, you have to stay on that circle, and then whatever number card she pulls out, and if you're standing on that card, you get a free cake.
Oh, like the cakewalk.
Yeah, the
The old cakewalk. Do you get to play musical chairs?
We play that in music sometimes.
Do you play that in music?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's ring toss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And if you
Do you throw elbows during musical chairs? You're like, get out of my way.
No.
You should.
We're not allowed to.
Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry. Don't do that. It's bad.
We'd sit
Maybe on the wall if we did that.
Oh, yes. Is that, do you get put in, is the wall punishment now?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's tight now.
At recess, you have to stay on the wall at recess and not play for either 5, 10, 15, or 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
They could raise it if you keep being bad.
Oh, that's never happened to you guys though, right?
Nope. Our whole class got it once.
Yeah, that was this year.
Wait, what did you guys do?
You're being too loud.
That's hilarious.
Comes out.
Out of the mouths of babes. They tell all they know. Okay, so let's get back to the carnival.
Yeah, carnival.
Tell everybody why they should come.
Because there's really cool prizes if you win the games.
And there's a lot of fun games that I just like to play.
Yeah.
Okay, and adults tell everyone why they should come.
Food, fun.
Support our students.
There you go. That's a good thing. Yes, got to support the
Balloon
students.
artist.
A balloon artist?
Yeah. Makes balloon animals.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have one?
We had
Yeah,
one.
that
We've had one
like
before.
cowboy guy.
What's his name?
Mark Wood.
Was it Mark Wood? Is he coming?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
There's bowling. There's like giant bowling pins and there's like plastic bowling balls. And if you get some pins down, you win a prize.
And in the old rap room where we used to sign in for rap, there's the cups. You have to
That's
try
the
to
ping
like
pong
throw
ball.
a ball into the cup.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's all kind of fun games, and again, at the whole point of this is to raise money so that these lovely students who never get into trouble except for one time with their whole class can go on field trips, get to live, get to experience life and all the fun stuff outside of the classroom, and of course, support the school and all that too.
And not get on the wall.
And not get on the wall.
That's important. I'd just like to give a shout out to all the people that it takes to make this happen. Of course, our PTO, the whole staff at Bundy Elementary prepare for the day. Our high school National Honor Society, they are our game workers. Without
Awesome.
them, we couldn't have these
That's
fun,
huge.
awesome games.
That's good.
The TAB community, the TAB team from Sylvester Memorial Public Library, Miss Megan always comes and brings them. Our school board always buys us a really nice gift to auction off. So shout out to everyone in the community that helps us make this happen for the kids.
All right. Very, very good. And once again, tell us the day and the time and where everything is.
April 4th, Friday at 5:30 at Bundy Elementary.
Okay, 5:30 to
About probably 8.
probably
till
8-ish.
whenever.
Okay.
I think the live auction will start at 7:30.
Yep.
Okay.
7:30.
We
Very
also
cool.
don't want to go in the office and see her and get in trouble.
No,
That's right.
definitely not.
No offense, no.
Like, you want to keep her on your good side, trust me. Yes.
Sometimes you get called down there for good things.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes for good.
That's
Sometimes
my
for good
favorite part.
things.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm happy
Thanks
nobody
for
ever
having
gets
us.
in trouble and calls. I'm happy nobody gets called down to the principal's office.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's not
It's
good.
usually when they're leaving.
Yeah, because you go down to the office because your parents are picking you up at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming back. It's good to see you 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. All right. And, Hayden Hank Milliken went to Bundy Elementary. So there you go.
I
You
like it there.
Got to hear it. Did you? Is it fun?
It's fine.
Okay. Well, very good. All right. Well, Jeremiah is in the house. So we're gonna do news, and you guys have to go back to school.
Yeah, back to Bundy Elementary.
All right. Well, sounds good. Well, let's have a message or two, and we'll be back with Jeremiah and some news.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
apple tree just met its demise over there. That's okay though.
Oh no. I've had to fix that already once.
Jeremiah, you fixed that thing like numerous times, glued it back together and every other thing. So, I mean, it's just lost one leg of its tripod.
We'll have to find some glue, some wood glue.
Yes, we shall do that.
To fix that.
Well, it was, it was on its last leg when we brought it in here, so it's okay. It's fine.
Literally.
Now it has 2 legs instead of 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Its name is Eileen. Okay, so we do have to... Adrian thought that was funny.
Jen with the dad jokes today already. So
I can't. So what's going on in news, buddy?
So if you drove uptown yesterday afternoon, you may have seen a small group of individuals out in front of the Jackson County Courthouse. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
Some folks may have saw it, may have wondered what they were up there. It was a demonstration.
Okay.
There was some teachers, retired teachers, some people of the community mixed in, and they are up there. They were up there yesterday, and they were talking about the school funding and the budget for the state. And we'll let them. We got a quick video.
Okay.
We'll let them talk about why they were there.
Let's do it.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Harper. I am the high school government teacher at Jackson High School. I'm also the president of the Jackson City Education Association. We're all here today to let everyone know that public tax dollars are going to be going to private schools, and that is going to affect Jackson County as well, not just the major cities with large numbers of private schools. And we're here just to let everyone know that they need to step up, they need to use their voice, and let the representatives in Columbus know that we mean business and our money stays here.
I'm Dennis Reinhardt. I'm a retired history teacher from Jackson City Schools. And as Jessica said, we're here because there's an important message we want to get out. All 3 county schools are going to have a shortfall of over $1 million. And that's because of the funds being cut in Columbus. Not only reduction of funds for education, but taking that money and giving it to private for-profit schools. And what that does is it diminishes the effectiveness of our public schools. Teachers will have to be laid off, programs will have to be cut, even school lunch and breakfast programs can be affected by this. So we're out here for our kids is what we're for. They should put kids first, not tax cuts, not private for-profit schools, kids. Parents already have choice. They can take their kid with open enrollment and take them to another school. They can homeschool their kid. They've got choices. They can take their kids to a religious school. We have one in the county. Choice is already provided. But public tax dollars should not be taken away and given to private for-profit schools.
Exactly. And, and the thing of it is, there are a lot of people, a lot of parents in our district that they don't know what's going on. They're paying their property taxes, every year. And, if you look at our breakdown of property taxes, the majority of property tax goes to the school district. And it's been noted at the State House that they are wanting to raise property taxes for Ohioans to fund the schools more instead of finding money in the budget and cutting it from the voucher program. And that's where we have an issue as well. Our kids are important to us, as their teachers. And we need to just remember that. This is a non-partisan issue. This isn't Democrat, this isn't Republican, this is a non-partisan issue, and everyone needs to stand up for their children's, their students' rights. And we have a right to educate our students. They should be getting a free and fair public education paid for by public tax dollars.
And what it comes down to is all kids deserve an equal opportunity in life. If you're taking resources away from public schools, you're also taking away the opportunity of some of the kids to have a chance in life that is equal, or at least with equity, of other students. And our schools would not be able to do that.
Okay.
There you go.
So there you have.
Some interesting
if you were
points.
driving uptown and wondering what was going on, there you heard it from those directly involved. I will say that the lady that spoke, she did come to the Jackson School Board meeting last night, spoke about the same stuff that she talked about there on video during the school board meeting. I have a video that's available on the Facebook pages, and I'll upload it to our YouTube page at Total Media on YouTube. And that'll be available for playback as well. And they were just talking about the school funding, and I did look, and the funding cuts, if this would happen to go through. Let's see, Wellston City Schools, it says it would lose, it's like $1.6 million in foundation funding over the next 2 years. Oak Hill would lose $1.5 million over the next 2 years. Jackson City would lose 1.3, and then Vinton County, it says 2.6 million over the next 2 years. And, as they were saying, they're worried about cuts to, staffing, teachers, programs, food, breakfast, lunch, et cetera. Yep. And so that's all to be seen. And we'll just have to wait. I think that site there in front of the courthouse, we will probably see more of that in coming weeks. Because I did hear some of them talk about wanting to get other school districts here in the county involved. I think most of the people there were from Jackson City, so maybe we'll see people from Oak Hill and Wellston join in the demonstrations there in front of the courthouse. But their takeaway is they want parents to know this is going on and the community. And if you guys believe in public education, then you need to write your representatives.
This all kind of, and tell me if I'm wrong.
I'll try, because I'm still...
we're still all learning about this, but basically, some folks up in Columbus, their idea is to take funding away from the public schools and use that funding to give kids vouchers, or whomever, vouchers for private, to be able to attend private schools.
Yeah, I think that was the gist of what they were saying. Is the
I guess my question is where
cuts from public education to go into this voucher program.
To go to the voucher program.
Private.
But what if you don't have public or private schools for your kids to go to?
Right.
I guess that was my question.
Yeah.
Around here we don't have a lot of alternatives.
We just have one in the county.
Yeah.
So. Anyhow, we'll be working on a full story on what those folks had to say and what Phil Howard had to say at the Jackson City School Board meeting last night.
Okay.
Speaking about Phil Howard, I wanted to touch on this real quick before we're out of time. The Jackson City School Board met last night. They typically meet, it's the second Tuesday of the month, but they moved it back for some reason a week. So they met on Monday. There was all kinds of stuff that happened last night, and here's a picture of Phil Howard that I took earlier in the year. So they had an executive session last night at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
And they said there could be possible action following the meeting. The executive session was for employment of public employee. Okay. So I stuck around. Sometimes I stick around, sometimes I don't. And they announced after coming out of executive that they were replacing and superseding Phil Howard's contract. So he has been rehired for a 5-year contract.
Oh, okay.
So his his new one will begin August 1st this year, and it will go through July 31st, 2030.
Okay.
And the board made some comments and said that there wasn't any better person to be aboard during these uncertain times ahead.
It's definitely uncertain, that's for sure.
Yeah, Phil's a number guy, and he's been looking at all this, and he's talked about how the funding, especially in Jackson, I guess is kind of different from the other local school districts. He goes, how come they get more than us, and now there's this happening. So anyhow, just wanted to mention that. Shout out to Phil. We'll get to put up with him for another 5 years.
There you go.
So,
well, good. That'll give him time to come back where he speaks and someone can hear what he has to say here on this program.
Right. So that's a rundown of the latest things. And just wanted to mention real quick the Basketball Mania stuff.
Yep.
Jen. Total Media and the Telegram would like to remind the public that entries are now being accepted electronically for our Basketball Mania contest. So be sure to get on and participate in that.
You got it.
So I will keep reminding you because the deadline's coming up, I think, Thursday. The deadline is noon.
Noon on Thursday.
Thursday, March 20th.
Because that's when the games start. So you got to have it in before then.
Yeah, we'll keep reminding you about that. And it's free, to enter. And you could win some, I think, money, right?
Yeah.
Prize money.
Part of $600.
Part of $600.
300, 200, 100.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jeremiah, thank you so much. You'll be back tomorrow with some more news.
Be seeing more of me for the next little bit. Just
got Pete out and about.
Give Pete a little break.
Yeah, Pete we need to give him a little break. He's always out and about doing things.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, have a great day, everyone. We want to thank our guests so much for stopping by. Thank you, Jeremiah, and we'll see you right back here in the morning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.